Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with another eBay nightmare story. I just wanted to share this with you guys, almost like a public service announcement. If you're new to my channel, sometimes I do current event stuff or current hobby news. Usually I'm just talking about, you know, cards and collecting and investing and things like that. But every once in a while, something just kind of, I get a message from somebody who watches my channel or follows me on Instagram, and they send me a message and they're like, this is something you probably need to share with the hobby community. And so I've got two horror stories regarding, one, the eBay Authenticity Guarantee Program, which I think we all would agree we are not humongous fans of. I know there's a minority out there that actually like that plan because of the protection it provides for would-be buyers, but I'm hearing a lot of nightmare stories where cards get rejected. I've got one of those I'm going to share with you today, and then another one is regarding this eBay vault. I know there's a battle of the vaulters right now with PWCC and collectors and Golden and fill in the blank, you know, how many vaults there are and how many vaults there's gonna be with new companies coming into, you know, the hobby infrastructure. But I've got another eBay vault nightmare story, same person. So I got a message from the same person. He is extremely disenfranchised with what's going on in eBay right now. I'm going to walk you through a couple of these things that just happened. So let me switch you over to picture-in-picture. The first thing I'm going to show you is this is a Kobe Bryant card, and I've got 4 pictures. This is the card. So this is the card that my friend, we're going to call him JG, okay? He's a good friend of mine. He happens to collect Damian Lillard cards, and that's how we were introduced to each other and how we met. But JG sold this Kobe Bryant, looks like a 96 Topps paper, rookie BGS 9.5 in a fresh BGS slab. That's the card that he sold. So the card was over the threshold. eBay runs it through the authentication process. That's what the card looks like on the front. That's what the back of the slab looks like. It looks like a perfectly clean card, not perfectly centered. Again, no offense, JG. The card looks absolutely pristine on the front. Nothing wrong with the slab. Nothing seems to be wrong with the card. My friend JG described the card simply as the BGS label says, 96 Topps BGS 9.5, Kobe Bryant, and then posted all of these pictures. When he sent the slab, here's the picture of the back of the slab right here. I have heard things that say you gotta maybe take more than just 2 pictures if you're posting a card, but I thought that only applied to raw cards. I'm not sure. Again, I haven't really listed anything on eBay that's worth any value lately, so I haven't had to, you know, really peruse eBay's new or amended rules regarding the types of pictures or the quantity of pictures that you've got to take. But that's a picture of the card that he shipped as the seller into the eBay authentication process. Let me switch you back over here because I don't want to reveal his information, but I am going to read you word for word the message that he got from eBay. It says, "Hi, JG." It says his real name, but JG, we're going to keep him, anonymous. Our authentication partner received your item, but unfortunately it didn't pass the inspection. We are refunding the buyer $495 and will seek reimbursement of this amount from you. Below, you will find our authenticator's notes about your item. Okay, so at this point, he's like, what the hell? It's a slab card. I don't know what the problem is. You guys just saw the 4 pictures that I sent you. He's out shipping it too, and he's going to be out shipping costs to ship it back to him. It says, this is eBay's authenticator's explanation of why this Kobe Bryant 9.5 slab was rejected. The encapsulation of your graded card is significantly scratched or damaged. Significantly scratched or damaged. Not ordinary wear and tear, which I didn't even see that. Significantly scratched or damaged. And that was not disclosed in your listing. Please relist your card with accurate condition details and high resolution images. It also says, we recommend relisting with a more accurate description and detailed photos to avoid a similar outcome in the future. What in the hell is happening here? That's issue number 1. Let me know what you guys think. Has anybody else experienced this where, you know, a slab card that looks like an absolutely perfect slab? Again, let's look at the pictures again. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm missing something here. If I got this card in the mail and that's the card that I purchased, I would have no problem with it because the slab looks absolutely fine to me. I don't even have problem with, this is just me, with slabs that have a little bit of frosting maybe even around the edges if they're a little bit older slabs. As long as the card's not been touched, it's clear that it wasn't tampered with. But this is like absolutely pristine, fresh from BGS looking slab to me. Some of you guys who are better experts, if you can see those serial numbers, you can actually tell when BGS graded it. It looks like a relatively new slab. I don't see the big deal, to be quite honest with you guys. That's just my take. That's issue number one. Let me know in the comments if you guys have seen stuff like that, and if you've got any advice from my friend JG, or maybe we're missing something here, and there's just nothing to see here. But that to me is a pretty big problem. The next issue is the eBay Vault system. So same guy, right? My friend JG sends me a couple of emails. So his first email says, well, he sent me a text, but I've moved it over into my email box so I can read it and share it with you guys on this screen over here. I bought and paid for this John Morant over 3 weeks ago. And I'm going to show you guys pictures of the card. Here's the card. He bought this John Morant. Good looking card, right? I'm not a Contenders autograph guy, but it's blue, it's color match, it's John Morant, it's a PSA 9. Good looking auto down there. It says going to the eBay vault. He bought this card on August 21st, people. Okay, I'm filming this on September 15th. I'm not sure when it's going to get uploaded, but that is, 10, 25 days now. I mean, so over 3 weeks. He bought it on eBay. He was going to try out the new eBay vault because he thought in the near future, he thought he bought it low, he might be able to sell it high. So here's what he bought it for. I don't know if that's high, low, whatever. You guys do your own research. I have no clue. Again, I'm not familiar or an expert on the card. So that's proof that he bought the card. I think that's what the buy it now was, but I think he bought it for lower. I don't know what's going on with eBay. There's a picture of the card. On September 8th, it says your item passed inspection. Okay, so first of all, that's like 17 days later. All right, that's a problem. You buy a card on August 21st, and then 17 days later, it's in a slab, by the way. It passes inspection. Okay, well, that's a problem, number one. And then here's information. Obviously, you can see it shipped the next day to the eBay authentication place. This doesn't even say that it was ever inspected, but going to the eBay vault, estimated delivery September 8th. This says it was scheduled on Thursday, September 8th, and it passed inspection. Tracking details, etc. It arrived at the inspection facility on August 25th. So it arrived at inspection 4 days after he actually bought the card. Okay, that's not the end of the world. But let me keep reading his email. Okay, so the email he sent me was, I bought this John Morant over 3 weeks ago. This last update was that it was inspected on August 25th and shows it hasn't been sent to the vault yet. So that's what he's got. It hasn't been sent from the inspection by eBay's authenticator, the middleman, to the vault, right? His eBay vault. In my vault, so he's got a vault access as well. In that vault, it shows in the red circled area that the status is, open quotes, going to the vault. So the card is somewhere floating out there going to the vault, and it's September 15th, okay? 25 days from the day he bought this card. In talking with eBay, first of all, what if he wanted to flip the card in 10 days? What if he wanted to flip it in 24 days? He doesn't even have the card yet to even list it. So in talking with eBay customer service, he picked up the phone and called eBay customer service. They said the card's in the vault. Okay, his vault page says it's not in the vault. It's on the way to the vault. Customer service says, oh, don't worry, it's in the vault. Despite tracking and vault status saying it is not in the vault. So even the tracking number says it's not in his vault. Because the status says the card is on the way, he's got no ability to list the card or even just say, you know what, the hell with it. The eBay vault sucks. I just want my card, right, that I paid $1,700 for. I want that card. He can't request shipment of the card to himself. They don't know where the card is, but they'll, open quotes, exactly their words, investigate, close quotes. So he's bought a $1,700 card 25 days ago. It's past inspection, allegedly. We know that much. But the tracking shows it's not in his vault. The vault page says it's not in his vault. eBay customer service says it is in his vault. It is in his vault, but he can't list it and he can't request shipment of it. So where the hell is the card? These are the kind of things that scare the hell out of me when people rush to create a vault service out of FOMO. there's a reason I use PWCC. They were sort of first to the plate. Yeah, I know ComC does it, but PWCC is a whole different kind of product. There's a reason I know and trust PWCC Vault. I've never had an issue like this ever with PWCC. In fact, I've got thousands and thousands of cards in my vault, and I've never had one problem locating an item, requesting shipment of an item, requesting an item to be shipped to a third party when I do a private sale on Instagram or Facebook. I've never had any issues like this. I think eBay rushed this thing. I was actually part of a focus group that eBay asked me to be a part of many months ago when they were exploring the idea of creating a vaulting service. I think this only substantiates that eBay was full of shit when they, accused PWCC of wrongdoing and booted them off the eBay platform. They saw, what was coming down the road. They saw that at some point PWCC is going to break off and create their own platform. I wish they hadn't, because I like the idea of all those extra eyeballs on my PWCC listings. So it's not a perfect world right now. It would have been if PWCC and eBay were still on the same page. But there's clearly, some FOMO, in my opinion, on eBay's behalf, that they wanted to create this vault system to keep up with PWCC and Golden and all these other people that have vaults, and they weren't ready to do it. There's the office phone, right, that you guys have come to know and love. I'll call you back. Hang on. But just to finish this, JG's email says, I think I mentioned this in the thread, but I tried and I couldn't list my card for sale. After 7 weeks, he had to pay to withdraw it, and they could not figure out how to let me list the card on the app or on his laptop. Unfortunately, he had already purchased another very expensive card and had another card shipped to the vault. So before all of this turmoil happened, JG had sent another expensive card to the vault, and that was on August 21st. And it hasn't even been mailed to the authenticator to the vault. It's just sitting there in the warehouse. He can't withdraw it. He can't sell it. And it's in purgatory. So let me know what you guys think. Have any of you had a good or a bad experience with the vault? Again, I'm a lawyer, so my perspective is always, remember, it's a small sample size. This is bad, but it's 2 occurrences with the authentication process rejecting a card that never should have been rejected. I've talked about that on my channel before. And then another situation where the vault doesn't even know where his card is. He's bought it, he's out the money, and so he's paid double shipping costs on a card that was rejected. He's bought a very expensive, beautiful John Morant card for $1,700 that he can't even get his hands on, and it's his card. Have any of you had experiences like this with eBay? Are any of you guys willing to take the risk and open an eBay vault? I guess in theory it's fantastic, right? If you're into that business of, buying a card now, selling it a few days, months, weeks later, not paying sales taxes, and just, using eBay as kind of like that Freeport, that flow through deal. If you're into that, it's great in theory, but practically speaking, if they can't keep track of your cards at this point, is it a risk you're willing to take? I don't know. Are there too many vaults out there already? I don't know. How many vaults are there going to be 3 or 4 years from now with all the new people coming in to open vaults and trying to do the exact same thing and replicate Golden and PWCC and eBay and all that stuff. So let me know your thoughts. Sorry, this wasn't a real organized thing. I just wanted to share it almost like a public service announcement and see what you guys have seen, if any of you had positive or negative experiences with the vault. So let me know what you think in the comments. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.